I'm Dr. Amy Ogan. I'm the Moran Professor of Learning Science in the Human-Computer Interaction Institute at Carnegie Mellon University.
Can we talk about AI and lifelong learning?
Yeah, so AI has already been transforming learning over the last quarter century, and we're posed to do even more now as our language models, as the AI capabilities have only been increasing. And this is something that we're exploring in the research of today in order to transform the classrooms of tomorrow.
Can we think about pedagogy and what does this mean for AI current, but in the future, and what that can mean for lifelong learning and personalisation and adapting to the world of work and how that's going to rapidly change?
Yeah, so that's been the personalization has been a really important component of what AI has already been doing, and our capabilities are only going to get better, faster, stronger. And so one of the things that we need to do is make sure that we're really finding the places where each learner has needs and where they have misconceptions, their interests and their motivations, so where they'd like to go in the future. And AI is something that can really help us target all of those areas with much more precision and at an individual level that a teacher isn't always able to do.
Talking of teachers, lecturers, educators, how do we educate our educators with the new future around AI and lifelong learning?
Oh, the importance of making sure that educators are comfortable, experienced, and really feel like AI is being a support tool to them rather than trying to replace them or trying to take something away from their jobs is so important. And really what we need to make sure is that our schools and our training for our educators have a real focus on this in the upcoming years.
And what are you looking forward to or most excited about with the future of AI? And what is it that's keeping you up at night and is concerning you the most?
The things that I'm excited about are the real possibilities of where AI can go now that we have the ability to do image generation, language generation, all of the things that researchers like me have been working towards for the last 20 years, have been ready for and preparing for, and now it's finally here. And we're able to use everything that we've been learning about how humans work in order to understand how the technology can work. What I am a little bit nervous about, and what I really focus on in my own work, is making sure that we don't actually increase the digital divide instead of decreasing it. So there's a real danger that we're going to leave a large set of people around the world behind if we don't make sure that we account for their living circumstances, their context, and the technology that they have available to them isn't coming along in these great opportunities.
And can I ask you around carbon footprint around AI? The more we're going to be relying on AI, the bigger the quantum is going to use an awful lot of energy. What are the sort of things that we could be thinking of now rather than later when we've got massive carbon footprint due to someone making a picture of Elon Musk riding a car around the moon?
Yeah, I think there are lots of ways that we're going to be able to deal with this. One is not using AI for everything, right? So it doesn't have to be in every assignment. It doesn't have to be with every learner at all moments of the day. And one of the things that's important there is making sure that everyone is aware of the carbon footprint. So I think there's a lot of learners and a lot of teachers out there who don't yet have all of that information at their disposal. So we're going to have to make sure that the public is informed, and that also we accelerate the pace of working on those clean energy sources that are going to let us use AI to the capacity that it can be without such a negative impact on the planet.
And we talked earlier about educators, and obviously you work in a university. Plagiarism is the big elephant in the room. So what are your thoughts on that? Do we need to be rethinking how we're assessing and learning and reflecting on what someone understands? Or do we need to be having deep conversations around plagiarism and what is that in the future?
Well, we've needed to rethink how we're assessing people for a long time, so it's quite a bit overdue that this is now becoming such an important fact of life in an educator's world. So we should be rethinking assessments. We should be rethinking the way in which we ask learners to do tasks, such that they're using AI in a beneficial way, one that supports learning rather than just performance. So it's easy to turn in something that you haven't put in critical thought into. So this is also something, going back to the question of, do we need to better train educators? They need support in figuring out how to do this. And we also need to learn from the best educators who are finding really great ways of dealing with this contradiction in their classroom, and there are lots of them out there.